Okay, so this is my old OBDEleven, and this one only works with the Android. And I got a new one, the OBDEleven Pro, and this one will work with my iPhone, iOS, and Android together. And the new one has a string so I can pull. My old one, when I plug it into the A8, I have to make something so I can pull it out. So the new one is much better. Alright, let's test it. So as all the OBD2, we need to plug it in. So when you plug it in, you can see the light is on. In order for it to communicate with the car, we need to turn on the ignition. And we're going to connect. So I'm not turning on the ignition. I'm going to put a trickle charger in on the battery while I'm doing this so it won't drain out the battery. And I'll turn off the AC system. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to go to the App Store and we need to find OBDEleven. And we need to download this one, which I already did. So I'm going to open it up. So now we're going to connect. And we will see OBDEleven 2, which is the new one. Now, on the iOS, when the first time you connect it, it will show you that you have to enter the password. But actually, that was a setup to put the password on this device. So you can choose whatever you want. After that, then it's registered inside the OBDEleven, so it's like a protection. So when you enter it, it will read. So now, when we're at the screen, you can tap to scan all the problem that we have here. So I'm going to tap to scan. So it looks like it's going to scan 36 module maybe. Air conditioning, one problem found. I turn it off, maybe. Central electronics, media player. So if you look at the time, you can see that how long it would take this one to scan all. Okay, so we have total of 32 problems found. So what you need to do is to look at it and see, we need to save the data. So how do we do that? So we're going to save the data. Okay, so when we hit history, we're going to share this one. Look to share. So we're going to put this one into notes on our iPhone. So we're going to put this one new notes. So today is the 8/7, I believe. So we got to save it. If we go to notes and we open it up, all the log is there. What? Today's the 9 already? So I'm going to scan with the Android before I erase all of this, okay? Okay, this is the Android. You have to look for OBDEleven. So this one is on the new OBDEleven Pro. So we're going to connect. So connect from OBDEleven 2. Okay, so now we're connecting. Make sure the ignition is on and nothing is connected to it. Okay, so now let's scan this one and see if it will come out the same. I have no idea what this is, but just include. So this one is only have 36, 34. The iOS have 36, so I don't know. So as long as it's connected, it's the same as the OBDEleven old one. So today I'm just going to try to do with the iOS, which I like. I have the iPhone XR. So let's see how long this one would take to scan compared with the iOS. So it was 9:36 or something. Alright, so it's done. Now I'm going to use iOS to clear all the faults. We're back on the iOS. Okay, so we don't want to scan anymore. We're going to go to each of the modules that have problems. So the display, 7, 1 fault. So look at the faults. Optical data bus, open circuit, we're going to clear the faults. Okay, now go back, central electronics. So the red one is the one that has the faults. So we go to faults. Yeah, I know this one got problems, so clear the faults. So this one is bad, so we cannot really clear it. That's okay. I haven't fixed that one yet. Dashboard. What kind of problem I have with the dashboard? Faults. Vehicle terminal upper limit. Clear. Alright. So it's working. Gateway. Faults. So this must be the old one. So let's clear and see how many come back. No faults. Good. So a lot of time when we did something, you got problems. Chassis control. So the yellow mean what? Battery voltage. So this one must be old. Okay. 37, navigation. Well, navigation is always intermittent, so clear fault. So they can record the old one. 38, sunroof, fault, clear. Alright, so the next one, we make sure everything is green. Central Electronics 2, what is that? Fault, clear. So, pocket brake, got problem? Ooh, false. Lining worn, okay. You can't clear that one, huh? Okay, that's fine. Radio, false. Okay, this one we can clear. These are all the old ones. TV tuner. Yeah, we were playing with it before. Oh, antenna and stuff. I don't have any antenna, so nothing I can do about that. Battery regulation. Now, this is scary. Clear false. That was the old one. So a lot of time, it's just old. Telephone. I haven't had any problem with telephone. Supply voltage, forget that. When the battery is down, that's when it happens. Alright, it's all clear. So the next one we want to do is we want to see if we can do the long coding, but at least we can clear it. And if you do it the lazy way, you can clear all when after the scan, right? Alright, that's it on this one for now. I don't really recommend to use doing a lot of stuff with the OBDEleven or any type of ECDS or whatever. So now, what we want to do is that this everybody would like to open and close the windows and sunroof. We have to go to the module 46, comfort system. So we're going to go to coding. So if you look here, my coding is 48766. So this is base 10. So you're going to select all of these in here and see and add them all up. Okay? So this one looks like the fuel cap recognition is active, is not added. And also the alarm setting, Great Britain is not set it also. So it looks like what we want is that the 64 comfort function via remote active. So it should be on now. Let me show you how whatever you see initially in your car what the value is, then what you need to do, you have to add the 64, which is comfort function via remote active. You need to turn this on, and you need to turn on lock cylinder unlock and selective locking. Okay, so if you look in here, mine is 48766. So what is originally in mine here is that you make sure it's a base 10. All right, so when it's a base 10, then you get 2, 4, 8. Well, I'm not sure I have an inclination sensor, rear deck lid, and comfort. So let's do 2 plus 4 plus 8 anti-theft I have, plus, not sure about the 16. So I think inclination power sensor is for the convertible, but just add 32 then. 32, add rear deck lid control module I have. Now 64, add right hand drive I don't have. So 512 is the rear shade. I have the rear shade. I have the anti-theft warning system 1024. I have the SAE rear lights 2048, which is American, I think. So footwell light do I have? I think I do. 4096. And then no safe motor, I don't know what it is, but 8192. Now fuel cap recognition active, I don't think I have this one. So the last one is the interior monitoring 32768. So 48750, which is different from what I have right now, 48766. So looks like I don't have inclination sensor. So let's add 16, I mean. So which is the inclination sensor. I didn't add it before. So 48766. This is the same one is in the car right now. And the only thing that I don't add is a fuel cap and the alarm setting. Okay? Now make sure you have this first before you go to the 61. Now we're going to do the adaptation. After we do that, so what channel we want is 61. So the value right now is 807. So look at it. Now I'm going to tell you how I come up with the value 1023. So if you look channel 61. So comfort closing, window via remote control. All of these are remote control, right? And you also, if you're going to use a switch on the driver door to close,
Then, so what we do, we add all of these together. So you have 1. Again, make sure it's base 10, okay? And it is a programming calculator. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64 plus 128 plus 256 plus 512 plus, so 1023. So whatever you don't want this one to do, just subtract it, whatever the value is, okay? It's very simple.
1023, it should have everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to change it to 1023 test. So it's working. Then we're going to write. Let's see the description this has in it. It doesn't have any description. Okay, so slide to right. Okay, so now we're going to have to go to program all the keys to have the same thing. So you can do 4 keys. Alright, so the first one is you go to adaptation, and we go to channel 1. That's for key number 1. So the value right now is 1807. So we're going to change this to 3855, and we're going to test it. So it's good. So now slide to right. Okay, so we go to channel 2, adaptation. So we go to key number 2. Same thing, 3855, test. Okay, slide to right. And then now we have 2 keys, but while we're here, do channel 3 also in case later we have. Programming the keys. You can program 4 keys. The value is how we calculate it. So if you wanted to open the passenger door, rear left door, rear right door, luggage compartment, which is trunk, driver door, auto lock, unlock. So these are the value. So it's the same thing like any other. We use the program calculator and we set it at base 10. So what we want to do is that we add them all up. But the important thing is that we want to do is to open and close the sunroof, rear window, and front windows. That's what we want to do with our remote, right? We program it already. So, but let's just look at the number. So if I want to do all the passenger door, so I will go 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus, I think mine I didn't do the driver door, but we should do the driver door, which is 16 plus 256 is lock and unlock, and then 512 is the front windows, 1024 is the rear window, and 2048 is the sunroof. So it should be 3871. But on the demo, I only programmed 3855 because I didn't
add the driver door 16 in it. Test to open. It tilt up. Well, at least close the sunroof. That's nice. With the sunroof open, close it.
Okay, so the next one we want to do is to turn on the hidden menu. So we go to the adaptation, and we're going to select channel 8. So if you are not turned on, this value will be 0. So if you turn on 1, then you will turn on. So originally it was 0. You test it. So right now I turn it off. Okay? So now I want to change the value to 1. I want to test it. So as long as tested it works, then it's good. Slide to right. Okay, so the next one we want to do is enable video in motion, which a lot of people want to have if they add CarPlay or Android box. So first, we're still at the 7 head unit, but this time you have to get the serial number. So in here, you have this serial number. You have to copy that down and go to Trick 77 to get the code. And then you go to 7, adaptation, and you select channel 63. Now you have to have a security access, right? So it looks like I have it there already. Enter. Now, if you don't have the Vim enabled, this one was 0 before. So originally it was 0. So when it's success, that means you can write to it. Now I'm going to change it to 255. Test. Success means that you can do this one. Slide to right. So successful. Beautiful. The only problem with this one that I don't see that it works is the electronic brakes. It doesn't have this one, basic setting. Well, the parking brake, it doesn't have the drop down menu to open or close like the Android. Okay? So that's the only thing that I see that it doesn't work.
Okay, for the parking brake on the Android, it will go to basic setting. Then they have the drop down menu, which we can choose open rear brakes or close rear parking brake, and open rear parking brake and parking brake functional test. On the iOS, you don't have the drop down menu to select for the electronic parking brake.